Kylian Mbappé just played his last match at Parc des Princes as a Paris Saint-Germain player in the early morning of May 13th. According to official sources, the former Monaco striker has officially said goodbye to PSG. Because his contract with the rich French team Paris Saint-Germain will expire in June 2024, he is allowed to leave on a free transfer. Obviously, this is a loss for PSG because in 2018 they spent 180 million to recruit this player from Monaco. Not only that, PSG always pays a very high salary to this French player. In the final contract, according to unofficial sources, Mbappe's salary is $60 million with 100% image copyright and other privileges at the club. Thus, Mbappé is the person with the highest salary and the most powerful contract in the history of the Paris Saint-Germain club. And what is worth mentioning now, when, in a free transfer state, PSG will not receive any money from Mbappe's transfer deal. From a commercial standpoint, PSG made a loss-making deal, and of course, the club's owners were not happy with the result. However, from the club's culture perspective, PSG was so bad that they did not take any action to bid farewell to Mbappé in his last match under the club's shirt. People did not see any messages from the television and radio systems on the field, as well as the absence of many influential officials at the club. It seems that Mbappe's departure was so quiet that club officials only considered him a second-rate player not worth mentioning. Meanwhile, no one can deny Mbappe's talent at Paris Saint-Germain. He is the person who scores the most goals and also assists the most. Remember that Mbappé is the best striker in PSG history with 255 goals, with the Parc des Princes team winning 14 titles. No one can deny that he is the number one pillar of the team. Paris Saint-Germain's poor behaviour only shows that the team has not yet escaped the only rich label. PSG was bought out by Qatari owners in June 2011, and until now, the team has not once conquered the Champions League title. The poor treatment at PSG from the fans to the club's owners is actually not new. The most obvious is the case of Messi. At the end of April last year, BAD fans gathered in front of the club and cursed Messi as a traitor and a parasite. However, PSG did not make any moves to protect the Argentine genius, even though that is what every club would do. What did Messi do in the face of the extremely toxic, uneducated attitude of the group of fans that only a short time ago were praising him? He remained silent, never blaming anyone until the day he left. 2 years at PSG, Messi felt miserable. The weather in Paris is rainy, making a person born in a sunny and windy land like Argentina very scared. But people's hearts are what Messi feels the coldest. Surely you remember that El Pulga was severely criticised after flying to Saudi Arabia to carry out a tourism promotion contract. Fabrizio Romano once confirmed that Messi asked PSG for permission before leaving. But just an hour before the trip started, they changed the training schedule and asked the entire team to be present, including Messi. And so, PSG created a scandal for the French press to condemn him later. It seems that that was the move that PSG responded to when Messi refused to extend his contract with the club. People also believe that if he agreed to extend the contract, the scenario would be different and there would even be measures to protect the player's image. This scenario is vaguely seen to happen to Mbappé when he leaves. Now, people understand why El Pulga previously advised Mbappé to leave. In the newspaper issue dated June 22, 2023, the Spanish newspaper Defensa Central quoted Messi as saying to Mbappé, "I prefer that you go to Barcelona, but if you want to go to Madrid, do it. You deserve a real winning project." Today, Mbappé left as the great man advised. But certainly, he never thought there would be such a boring farewell. After 7 years together, this man quietly walked into the tunnel after his last match as a team player. The only consolation for Mbappé is that in the stands, there are still fans who love him somewhere. A large image of him clasping his hands in front of his chest arrogantly with his goals. Perhaps that was the last thing he kept in his memory after his days at PSG club. The world of football always brings crazy emotions to the audience and also to the players. And what a famous club like Paris Saint-Germain brings is the same, but in a different aspect. Hopefully the team owners, as well as the team's fans, can at some point look back at what they have done to see that titles need to be built with love and respect.